When will this fucking lockdown end? Jesus Christ. So it's been a little while since I've done a video. More like 10 days. It felt like longer. It felt like a lot longer actually. But yeah, been a little while. And I thought I'd do another video. This time sort of kind of going back to my last video I did about the lockdown advice. And if I'm being completely honest, I haven't followed my own advice really. And I feel like a lot of what I said in theory kind of works, but actually the problem is a little bit more complicated than that. But I now believe that I've kind of figured out a better way of being happy during this. The main problem that I've really found is that, like, because our lives typically are so busy, like, we never really get much of a chance to really sort of, you know, think about stuff. And if you're a bit like me and tend to overthink everything, then this time is sort of a really bad one, because you are kind of like taken away from an environment where you're sort of forced to not overthink things. Say you're a uni student, you know, you're going to be going to things like socials and, you know, nightclubs and shit like that. Those sorts of events will be enough to kind of distract you. And you don't really realise that you've got a problem until everything else is kind of taken away. And that's pretty much what I've found. In this video, I want to tell you guys what I've done to address that and what I can recommend to you guys. And some of the things that I've talked about in my previous video have certainly proven to be more helpful than other things. So here's going to be kind of another video pretty much going over similar stuff, sort of advice of coping with it, but just sort of building on the last one and telling you guys, going into maybe a little bit more detail and sort of a bit more of the underlying psychology as to why this stuff might actually help us a bit more than the stuff that I suggested in my previous video. So let's get right to it. So in the last video, my first point was to talk to your friends, and I suggested doing video chat, and I'm gonna be honest, I've barely followed my own advice. I mean, yeah, true, I've video chatted a bit, but not nearly as much as I was saying. And I can honestly say that video chatting is one of the most helpful things, or even just a phone chat. There is such a big difference between phone chatting and texting. I did sort of say texting was like not a great form of communication in my last video, and I really cannot stress that enough. Like, there is such a big difference between video chatting or even just audio chatting and texting. So you need to make sure you do that every day if you're not already doing it. So that is my number one piece of advice. And just sort of doing that with like loads of different people. So you don't just want to sort of talk to just one person. You want to video chat like loads of different people. If you don't know that person so well, then just message them, you know, like just slide into their DMs and be like, hey, how's it going? You know, like, and they will genuinely appreciate if you do that, because literally, I can't think of one person right now who's really happy about the current lockdown. And honestly, like, anyone would appreciate someone just asking them, how are they? How are you coping? You know, so just go to some people who you might not even know so well and just, you know, have a nice little chat or something, you know. And, you know, it might even turn into like a video chat. And I guarantee you that will make you and them feel a lot better. So that's kind of my sort of update on my friend communication thing, is to really try and, if possible, video or phone call someone rather than text. You know, really single out a bit of time, just late in the day or something, maybe like after you watch some TV or something with your family, to just go into your room and then just pick up the phone and have a nice long chat with someone, because it will honestly really, really help. The second biggest thing I've found is exercise is probably one of the best parts of the day, and I've been doing a lot of exercise. For any of you guys that know me, I'm a big runner, and last week I literally went for a run every single day, and it was great. I mean, I bloody knackered my knees in process, so maybe don't quite do a 15k every day, not like I did, but honestly, running is good. Just, you might not be a runner, but honestly, get your running shorts on, get out there and get running. You'll feel so much better. It doesn't have to be a long run. If you never ran before, then start easy. you know, maybe just go for like a little jog around the block or something. You know, none of us are at the same level of fitness, certainly, but honestly, running is probably one of the most helpful things, I would say, has really helped me. If you're really not into running, then cycling and walking are still good, but I would definitely place running quite significantly above either cycling or walking for me. So, but I mean, whatever exercise works for you. I mean, if it makes you feel happy, then, you know, go do it. So that's the next big thing, is, you know, really make the most out of that one exercise per day, you know. So, and just a couple of other things that I found to be really helpful is just sort of having like almost rituals. Maybe that's a kind of culty sounding word. Maybe not rituals, but kind of little things that you do throughout your day that kind of mark the time almost. So like, you know, just for an example, I've personally taken to having a glass of beer or cider, like, or wine or something, like kind of late in the day. I don't do it every day. Well, actually I kind of have really lately, but you know, a little thing like that, you know, or like a little dessert thing or something, just to kind of get you through the day, to sort of like treat yourself almost after having done like done some work earlier in the day. You know, you can sit down with like a glass of wine or something, you know, at like a regular time, and it feels very nice, I found. So, you know, something a little bit like that if you're not already doing that. So yeah, that would be my kind of updated advice for coping with the lockdown. The thing is, we're going to be in this for a while yet, and it's basically at the moment just like looking at a chicken trying to cook in the oven. If you keep staring at it, it will just feel like it's going on and on forever. Whereas if you like walk away, go get on with your life and stuff, then honestly you'll feel a lot better after having done so, you know, and the time will pass so much quicker if you don't keep like, you know, checking on the lockdown and stuff like that, and kind of going with it rather than trying to fight it is probably my biggest advice. So yeah, and I hope you guys are doing all right, and take it easy. I'll see you in the next video.